So after Cindy reupholstered the cushions for the RV, I was ready to sell it. But Jennifer was talking about wanting to go RV camping. So I was going to let her experience some boondock camping down at Blue River. She has never been down there, and that is a beautiful place to go with lots of little waterfalls. So that's where we're going to head this weekend. See if hopefully we can get my favorite spot, but it is first come, first serve. We'll see what happens. All right, we've got the RV set up. Kind of a bad situation. We didn't know it, but we got down here and 2/3 of the park is closed off. I guess because of the heavy rains we got, might have damaged the roads or something. Bad situation that pushes everybody into one camping zone. So we're kind of on the outskirts of it in a big parking lot, which really did not want to do. But we'll still be able to walk and all that kind of stuff. The only campgrounds open are down that road, besides the parking lot here. And it is jam-packed with tent campers and RV campers. And then of course down there at the far end, there is a campsite with like 3 dogs just raising heck and barking at everybody. So we want no part of that. So I've got the little inverter generator going for a little bit to cool down the camper. It was baking in the sun while we were driving down here. Anyways, we're gonna finish setting up, getting things settled in, and then we'll probably go drive around what places we can drive because most of the roads are closed, and do some hiking. All right, camp is set up, and now we're gonna go for just a little walk down here at the low water bridge, and then down the sidewalk that they have that runs parallel to the river for a little ways. Later this evening we'll probably do a longer walk, or maybe in the morning we'll do a longer walk. Cover the area that I was wanting to camp at. Yeah, river's definitely up. Would not want to drive a vehicle across that. It'd float it, send it right over the falls. Normally this water is very clear. Pretty turbid now. There's a rock a lot of people recognize. A lot of people swim out to that and hang out on it and jump off of it. Rope swing there, one of my favorite places to search whenever I'm metal detecting. We're just following out some of the trails. I've actually never walked down here before. This river down through this stretch is just a bunch of waterfalls, one after another. Not real high waterfalls, but little waterfalls. Well, I see why the road was closed. This road goes to my favorite camping site. There used to be a big old culvert right there, tin horn. It is now way over there. Dang it. Road is totally blown out. This is a little feeder creek that goes down into Blue River. Whew, that's going to take some work to repair that. Alright, we're going to try to transverse over the creek here, continue our walk up the road. Looks like we got a little spot here we can cross. That rock is wobbly. It looks at a distance, it always looks like, oh yeah, that's an easy step across there. I think you get over here and it's like, oh, that's a little bit further than I thought it was. Skills, cat-like reflexes.
Slippery.
It is just a little slippery. I wouldn't get down much further.
Well, I'm trying.
Just go ahead and step across. There you go. You got it. Look at that. Oh. That last step about got me. I think we can go up through here. Have to beat a little bit of brush. We just dropped off the road down to another campsite and the trail that leads down to the creek. This has got a pretty good sized hole of water here. It's all very murky right now. Pretty good line of waterfalls there that are normally about nearly twice that height when the water level's normal. All right, we made it to my favorite campground. Sun's kind of in our eyes. Got a half moon of waterfalls here. Boy, it's pretty. RV sets up right here. And then our lawn chairs looking right out across the waterfall. Super nice. And you get to listen to that all night long. There. That's better. Water's running though. All right, we're working our way back to camp. We're at the culvert, the washed out culvert. We're trying to find maybe a little bit better area to cross the creek. But it looks like it's gonna be 6 one, half dozen of the other. Still high weeds. I just hope we don't get into chiggers. Oh. Yeah, we could walk through the culvert. It goes about 30 feet down here.
Shut up.
Man, I didn't realize this tin horn was so tall.
Hello.
Of course, I'm short too.
Hello.
Now you're able to walk in it upright also.
Yeah.
You're taller than I am. All right, much easier spot to cross here. Good?
Yep.
All right. We made it.
That was a lot easier actually than going through all the weeds.
Yeah, I like that better. All right, we've made it back from the creek. Did some more scouting behind the camper down at the creek. Not any real good areas to set on rocks and stuff. So we may do a little hike tomorrow to find us a little swimming hole to hang out in. I'm about to fire up the grill, get some dinner cooking. It's already like 8 o'clock in the evening and it gets darker pretty close to 9 o'clock nowadays. Got the charcoal going, fixing to spread those bruschettas out a little bit. Got some thin sliced pork chops. Jennifer likes them a little on the crispy side, so thin ones work out better. Fixing to season those up and get them on the grill, have some dinner. All right, nothing special on that, just salt and pepper, bruschettas. Getting them spread out a little bit. Jennifer's making comments about my crusty grill. I like to consider it seasoned. I'll knock some of the high spots off. Don't want Princess Jennifer to be upset with my crusty grill. There we go, that's beautiful. It will not take long to cook these. All right, we got our RV lights on. And I think we're ready to put some food on the plate. Doing styrofoam plates tonight. I don't feel like doing a whole lot of dishes. Ooh, wait. Sure gonna be good. Jennifer gave me a recipe on how to make grape salad, so I made some of that this evening. Mighty fine. Or actually, I made it yesterday. Is when I made it. Get a lid on that. Got to set it off that table because that plastic table is getting a little bit hot. Thank you. Now, get me a little refreshment. I think I'm gonna pull my chair over here and just eat at this instead of eating
What do you want?
in my lap. Dr. Pepper would be great. Styrofoam plates can get messy trying to cut food in your lap. Thank you, appreciate it. All right, time to eat. Catch you all later. All right, had our dinner. Kind of got stuff spread out, so take showers, all that good stuff, kind of clean dishes. In the morning, we'll probably go do some more hiking, check some other sites out, see where we can drive. Probably go over to the wilderness area since the other roads are closed off. Looks like everything's working on the RV with the exception of the shower head. Looks like winter time, the shower head split right down the handle, so I've got to replace that before I put this RV on the market. Anyways, catch you guys tomorrow. All right, it's the morning. Got the bacon and eggs laid out and cooking up some fried taters. All right, there we go. Taters, bacon, and eggs. Mighty fine. All right, after a fine breakfast, we've sat around shooting the bull. So now what we're gonna do is go up the hill, go hike down one of the closed roads and chill out on the creek bank somewhere where it's nice and cool. All right, we've started our quest to go find us a little swimming hole without having a bunch of people all over us. All right. Obviously, we're down by the culvert. This is a side stream that feeds into Blue River. A little hole of water here where we can sit in the shade if we want to, or get over in the sun. Nice little quiet spot. We got it to ourselves. All right, we did some scouting. We're gonna find us a little better access. A little steep here, and anywhere there's green moss, it is super, super slick. So we're gonna wind up back over there close to the culvert. There's a hole of water that we can relax in. All right, we found us a good spot to hang out. Just gonna hang out here for a few hours, relax. Brought some snacks and drinks with us, and there's nobody over here, so that makes it really nice. All right, it is snack time. Ooh, about lost my water bottle. Jennifer made a bunch of homemade cookies. Yay! Yay! Jennifer just spotted a snake. Water snake of some sort. Big one. Good eye, good eye. We're gonna call it a day. We run out of water. Got it? Yeah. Okay. Don't trip over these limbs. Those are toe grabbers. Now for the long stroll back. Well, we're back. All down the tree line down through there. There's a bunch more people who've moved in. Anyways, hopefully we don't have to listen to too much belligerence. All right, we chilled out at the camp for a little while, and now we're gonna go explore the wilderness area here at Blue River. I've only driven to the end of the road here. I've never walked into it before, so we're gonna go check it out. And there are the rules and regulations. All right, we just ran into our camping neighbors. They just finished the walk. So I guess you can hang a right. It's supposed to be grassy. Stick along the river, and then you can take a left and loop back around from the split, and then just make this into a big old loop. Sounds good. The lady said it takes about an hour. All right, here's the fork in the road. We're gonna take the grassy right fork. I can hear the river down there. That is a huge tree, or at least for this area, for Oklahoma. I think I can fit. Wow. I have never been able to walk into a tree before. This thing is huge. Now, other states, I'm sure there's trees that you can do that, but in Oklahoma, there's not a lot of them. That's the first time in my life I've ever been able to do that. Go catch up with Jennifer now. River's still up a little. I'm not certain, but I think these are wild roses. The stem looks exactly like a rose with thorns and all, but I'm not up on all my plants. For now, we're going to call it a wild rose unless somebody else has a name for it. Just a big old random rock there. Kind of neat. Cactus are blooming. It is really pretty.
I like the canopy overhead.
Yeah. River gets pretty wide here.
You want to get in?
Well, don't let it stop you. Get in.
No, just swept away. And you would laugh and you would film it.
Me? Laugh? Film it? We've pretty much hit the end of the trail, at least along the river. It's a pretty good set of falls here. Big old wide open body of water. Anyways, the trail looks like it swings off to the left. I was looking at satellite images. It looks like it might be a little grassy though. Check it out. All right, grass is getting a little tall and we're getting into water and everything else. So we're gonna turn around and go back the way we came. The walk is a lot easier and we don't have to worry about getting into chiggers and picking up ticks and all that good stuff. And maybe we'll get lucky and see some deer because it's getting towards the late evening. Mimosa in full bloom. One on the other side of the creek too. That's a big tree. All right, finishing up this hike. Gonna be time to go back to the camper and break out the grill and do some grilling. On today's menu, it's gonna be fried taters and country style pork ribs. Ooh-wee. Oh, and of course a side of grape salad. Mighty fine. All right, we're back at camp. Now it's time to fire up the generator. So we have a little AC in there and it's not hot. Alright, now all I gotta do is go chop some potatoes, start frying those up. Briquettes are cooked down. Spread these bad boys out a little bit. Might walk around and see if I can find a little bit of oak. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Alright, now I'll go tend the fried taters. I went and collected me some oak branches, just a few. Otherwise they'll flame up and then burn stuff. I'm going to throw those in there, let them smoke a little bit, and I need to be turning these. There we go. Things looking pretty good. I'll cook like that for a few minutes and then I'll turn them again on their side. Let them cook. Alright, time to turn some taters. Alright, still going at it. I just happened to look down through here. All the tents down through there have green roofs. I don't know if that's all a group or what that is. But it's highly unusual that every single tent down there would have a green roof. Ooh, look at those country style pork ribs. Ooh, those look good. Ooh, look at them taters. They sure look good. One thing I'm not overly happy with this RV is these lights are dim, super dim in here. Everything's dark. But whenever I get done with this camping trip, I'm going to be selling this RV. It works great, but I'm really liking my houseboat, so I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of this one. Anywho, I'm going to finish cooking up these taters and then go get the country style pork ribs in the camper, and then I'll pull in the grape salad. All right, looky there. Ooh-wee. Avalanche of taters. Couple of pork ribs. Scoot that over and make room for the grape salad. Oh yeah. That's a mighty fine meal right there. Notice how I did that with my left hand? Skills. Can't let them taters get away. Got my drink. Ready to have a fine meal this evening. Everybody else having their hot dog weenies. More power to them. Woke up to a little bit of a rain shower. 10 campers over there getting all wet. We just finished breakfast and we are going to go ahead and break camp and head on out. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Just a short little camping trip. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.